But it's a very disappointing result for us as a team because we expect to win a game like that. We managed to score 2 goals in the beginning, and the game was going our direction. But and I think we consider silly goals, same as we did before while I'm playing. So I'm not nobody can take it. I'm taking my teammates or something because I'm in the bench. But we consider same silly goals as we did before. So we have to just try to keep the clean sheet and win games.
When did you say you couldn't believe it? What couldn't you believe?
I'm sitting in the bench for 90 minutes. I think that's the third time I'm in the bench. I think it's my first time in my career, but I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed, to be fair. I have done so much for this club. Everybody can see that during the years, and especially last season. Sitting in the bench, I don't know why. Seems like a club is throwing me under the bus. That's how I feel it. I think it's very clear that someone wants me to get all the blame. The club promised me in the summer for a lot of promises and nothing. So far, I'm in the bench 3 games, so I can't say that they keep the promise. And I said that many times before. I had a good relationship with the manager, and out of the sudden, we don't have any relationship. I don't know why. It seems to me, how I see it, it's someone doesn't want me in the club. But again, this club, I always support it. My kids will always support it. I love the club so much, and I will always do. Now I called my mom yesterday because I knew you guys didn't know that I'm gonna start or not, but I knew. I called my mom and that yesterday I told them come to Brighton game. It doesn't matter if I play or not. I'm gonna enjoy it. We'll see what's gonna happen, but in my head, I'm going to enjoy that game if I played or not, if I'm in the bench or not, because I don't know what's gonna happen now. So I'm just gonna be in Anfield, say goodbye to the fans, going to Africa Cup, because I don't know what's gonna happen when I'm there. So,
what do you do with the situation now?
It's not acceptable for me, to be fair. Like, I don't know why that happened always to me. Like, I don't get it. I think if I'm somewhere else, every club will protect his player. I don't know why I'm in this situation now. But again, it's how I see it now is like it's like you throw Mo under the bus because he's a problem in the team now. But I don't think I'm the problem. I have done so much for this club to get the respect I want to get, and I don't have to go every day fighting for my position because I earn it. People will say, "Oh, you're not bigger than." I'm not bigger than anyone. I earn my position. This is football. Yeah. So it is what it is.
When you say that about the Brighton game, you mean that possibly it could be your last game, you consider your future in January, perhaps?
Yeah, in football you never know, but I don't accept the situation, to be fair. Again, I've done so much for this club.
Is that what's so frustrating for you? Because
absolutely. Last season, I'm sorry, with all the respect, I love everyone. I love.
And welcome to Premier League Live. Glenn Murray and Dean Ashton are with me in the studio, and Michael Owen is also with us online, as there really is only one place to start: Mohamed Salah. This is what he said to journalists after yesterday's game against Leeds at Ellen Road. Salah talking about being a substitute. I've done so much for this club down the years, and especially last season. Now I'm sitting on the bench and I don't know why. It seems like the club has thrown me under the bus. That is how I am feeling. I think it's very clear that someone wanted me to get all of the blame. And then Salah talking about Arne Slot. I said many times before that I had a good relationship with the manager, and all of a sudden we don't have any relationship. I don't know why, but it seems to me, how I see it, that someone doesn't want me in the club. And then this was Salah on his Liverpool future. I said to my family, come to the Brighton game. I don't know if I'm going to play or not, but I am going to enjoy it. I will be in Anfield to say goodbye to the fans and go to the Africa Cup of Nations. I don't know what is going to happen when I am there. A very explosive interview from Mo Salah, who doesn't really do many media interviews. Mo, what was your initial reaction?
No, you're right, Julia. He doesn't tend to do many, only when he's going to drop a bombshell like this one. And of course, he did one, didn't he, when his contract negotiations were all in the spotlight as well. My take on it is I totally understand how Mo Salah is feeling. That's just the mindset of a champion. He's not. Listen, you can compare him to someone like Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson must be absolutely pig sick that someone like Kirkes has come in, not playing that well, but but Kirkes continues to play. But Andy Robertson has done it in a certain way, been professional, been supportive, and all these things. But when it happens to Mo Salah, you've got to understand that to be the great that Mo Salah is, that comes with a problem. He's got a mentality of a Cristiano Ronaldo or somebody like that. I mean, these players, they're match winners. They will win you leagues or win you Champions Leagues. You don't mess with them. You don't drop them. They're tuned differently to the normal squad player. So I totally get where he's coming from. But, and there is a huge but, you simply cannot in a team game come out and say things like you've just said. It's an unwritten rule. It's forbidden. You shouldn't do it. And now he's created chaos within the club.
Yeah, Mo Salah as a substitute for 3 games, an unused sub for 2 matches. It was a bold move by Arne Slot, and we've now seen the reaction from Mo Salah just on his relationship with Slot. Those were some big words, Glenn, for him to say as well.
Yeah, there were. I think when you get a look at Mo Salah and what's happened, not only to him but to Liverpool in general, losing Jota, I think they're reeling from that from a personal point of view. But I think from like a playing point of view, Mo Salah shared the pitch the most times in his whole career with Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold. And all of a sudden, he's lost almost his right arm because he knew exactly what Trent Alexander-Arnold was going to do. And that has kind of played into this narrative of him underperforming. Listen, I think Liverpool have changed their system slightly. It was a very emotional kind of exchange and interview. I feel as though it was very much buried in his own perspective. I personally, I don't think he's got more criticism than anyone else. I feel as though the criticism's been shared all around Liverpool, but I also can kind of understand what he's saying about what he's done for the football club. But ultimately, everyone's judged week on week in this game. Football stands still for no man. Yeah, Dean Michael said he can empathise with him, he can understand, but it's just not done. How do you feel about it? And what was your initial reaction?
No, I think it's important what Michael said in that to become at that level, you can't just be, not everybody's just a really nice guy that just wants to sit there and is happy to be the ultimate professional. And he's going to feel that way. You just don't say it. That's the issue. You just don't come out as public as he has done, talking about the manager and your relationship, putting a lot of feelings if everything's on you, all the blame, because you have got teammates to think about. You have, at a massive club like Liverpool, you have to think of other people. But he is, like Michael said, he's tuned differently. And I think he wanted that out as whenever he does say something, it's certainly for a reason and it's to make a very, very strong point. And he's done that. I just don't know. I don't know what Michael thinks, whether there is a way back after saying something like this.
Yeah, what do you think, Mo? Do you think there is a way back after saying something like this?
Well, potentially. I mean, all he has to do is say sorry and, you know, emotions got the better of me and I want to win so much and blah, 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 you know. So, yeah, I'm sure there is a way back. But yeah, Liverpool fans will be scarred once or twice now by Mo Salah and what he said and certainly the club as well. So whether he's at a stage of his career now where people think, right, OK, well, he said this now and we let it go first time and now he's created another big situation. Maybe it is time, if he got his designs on moving abroad, maybe to Saudi or something like that, then it might be the right time if nobody can agree on things. So, yeah, that is probably the next question. I do think there is, you know, a part of him that could say sorry and that could integrate himself back into things. But I don't know. He's making it very difficult for himself now.
And probably making it very awkward in the dressing room because they do have Inter Milan to come in the Champions League.
Well, the next couple of games that he is available for are going to be really interesting. Obviously at Anfield, where, you know, how the fans going to react to him. It's going to be a real strange thing. I could understand if he did on the last game, or not understand, but understand more if he did it on the last game before. It was almost like a parting shot. But while he's still got 2 games to play before he leaves, then that is strange timing because putting everybody under pressure, not only himself. So as I say before, I totally get it. He's not immune to these things. You know, I totally get it. The difference being as well, and I know the guy said that the blame is being shared around, and that is accurate. But the thing is, even though the blame's being shared around, Konaté's not been dropped. Van Dijk's not been dropped.
Yeah, absolutely. Konate has not been dropped, as Mo had just been saying. But something else that's interesting, he said a parting shot. And this kind of leads me to the footage we had yesterday. Just look at these scenes, because this did kind of look like a farewell to the Liverpool fans. I mean, someone posted this on X, I think it was a journalist. And this is Mo Salah kind of looked like he was saying goodbye to the Liverpool fans. I know he does generally celebrate with them. What do you make of this?
Well, you've got to give a little bit of context to it, because he's gone to AFCON, so it could be a short goodbye. Whether it's a long goodbye, let's see. But yeah, I just honestly think, like Michael Owen said, he could have maybe timed it better, but that's why I feel as though it was so emotional. This wasn't a pre-planned thing. This was definitely a kind of... This was a frustration boiling over in the mix zone in a Premier League ground. And for me, it is resolvable. I think it can be resolved if Liverpool and if Mo Salah want to resolve it.
But I think he's making a point. He's doing that on purpose. You know, it's very just him, nobody else, no other players around him, just him, the supporters. He's making a point of, you know, this could be the end for me at Liverpool, because I am not going to sit on the bench any longer. You know, I'm just not going to take this. I'm better than this. I've given too much to the club. You don't have a divine right to start any football match, no matter what you've given the football club. But that's how he feels, and that, I thought he was trying to really make a point yesterday.
Yeah, you're right, making a point, because after that, he did give that explosive, controversial interview. It puts Arne Slot in an interesting position now, doesn't it, Mo? Because he's made this big decision now to drop Salah, and then Salah's come out with that interview in which he not only talks about being benched, but he also talks about the fact that he has no relationship with the coach now.
Yeah, see, I don't believe that. I think that's just come out in words. You know, I don't believe that he's got no relationship. But it does put pressure on the manager. Maybe, actually, you could argue that it takes pressure away from the manager. I mean, all eyes are on him at the moment. The pressure's on him. But now, all of a sudden, the shining light has been placed on Mo Salah, and he's going to be the fall guy in all of this, or potentially anyway. But it does give Arne Slot another problem, as if he didn't have any problems as it was. Yeah. I think Arne Slot will be actually quite relieved when he jets off to the AFCON Cup of Nations, and all of a sudden he can... No, Mo Salah, the timing of this is all wrong. What he said, yes, I get how he feels, but you just have to bite your lip in this situation. And he's caused trouble. Listen, Liverpool's not this type of club. It's not a circus. There are one or two circuses that enjoy this type of thing around the Premier League. You know, some clubs can't keep their mouths shut, and the players and everything always gets blown up. Liverpool has always been a classy club, keeps, you know, things behind closed doors, sorts things out, does it in the right way. They will be hating every minute of that as a whole, from the owner right the way down to the players and the fans. So it's just not a good look, and Mo Salah has squarely, you know, put this on the club.
Yeah, he's also given us plenty to think about, because he's told his mum to go to the Brighton game. So we're going to be watching everything he does, all his body language, his reactions, and wondering the same thing. Could that potentially be his last game for Liverpool?
Well, it could, as you say. I mean, he's not thought this through. You know, the words have come totally from the heart, totally from frustration, saying he's got no relationship all of a sudden. Arne Slot that can't happen overnight. There's one or two things in the statement that don't really add up. It's come from the heart, and it's a knee-jerk reaction. It's not been thought through. Things like that, Julia, as you say, you know, the cameras are going to be all over the place, aren't they? Searching for Mo Salah's family. Is it the last hurrah? Is it this? Is it that? I mean, it's just taken so much of a shine off what's happening on the pitch. So he's creating a bit of a circus at the moment, and Liverpool, the fans, the manager, the club won't enjoy this one bit.
Yeah, tricky times. Thank you so much for your time, Michael.
Thanks, guys.
Casi a producto nuevo por semana, producto bonito que, por supuesto, pues siempre invitamos a la gente a que consuma, si queréis encontrarlo en kingsleague.pro, pues ahí tenéis las nuevas chaquetas training y también esas camisetas especiales con detalles dorados que llevan todos los equipos.
Oye, ustedes tendrán más memoria que yo, pero ¿cuánto quedaron la última vez que se enfrentaron ellos?
3-4 ganó 1K.
3-4.
En el histórico de estos dos equipos, el que gane desempata, porque han ganado 2. El X-Buyer Team ha ganado 2. 1.
Becker se lleva el rebote. Becker para marcar. Becker. El rechazo de Arnaldo. ¡Gol!
¡Vamos! ¡Vamos!
¡Gol!
¡Vamos, Pablo! ¡Qué suerte!
Mascarra en el Cooper Arena. ¡Gol de Pablo Becker!
No será capaz, ¿no? ¡No será capaz! ¡Qué cabrón! ¡Qué cabrón!
A ver
Si
sale el
sacan
2.
más de 3, se quedan sin trabajo. Mira, muy
¡Hombre!
bien.
No,
¿Cómo
bien.
valoran el trabajo? Bien.
Ahí está ese ataque por parte del X-Buyer Team. El toque dentro de Becker. Puede marcar Carbó. ¡Gol! Que quiere poner el centro por delante, finalmente lo pone por detrás del defensor. Carbó la pista, Carbó.
¡No jodas!
¡Es que es el mejor de esta puta competición!
¡Es el Corona de Oro! China la juega atrás, no se decidió a tirar. Granero busca su perfil, Granero.
Golazo.
¡Gol! De 1K. Marca Granero. Y sí, otra vez lo ha vuelto a hacer. Buller, mira, no,
Gol doble. Gol doble, claro, porque tiene sanción. Ah, claro, vale, vale.
Sanción, efectivamente. Grande. Claro que sí. Bueno, sinceridad ante todo. Ahí está. Juanma el toque. ¡Gol!
Vale.
¡Velilla! ¡Gol! Balón que lleva ahí Pluvins el disparo. ¡Gol!
Vale.
¡Gol!
Me gusta.
Está haciendo un buen trabajo defensivo, ojo.
¡Granero!
¡Qué golazo!
¡Qué chicharro de Mar Granero! ¡Qué barbaridad! El recorte de zurda y el disparo con la derecha. Que la metió en la escuadra. Ojo ahora que ataca el X-Buyer Team. ¡Gol! Va a pegar Fuad en la falta.
¡Santa madre de Dios! Sí.
Vamos a ver ahí esa pelota dentro del área para Juanma que lo puede matar. ¡Gol!
2 de Juanma.
Sí, no podía ser otro que Roger Carbó. No sé si te imaginabas que tu vuelta iba a ser de esta manera.
Pues la verdad que no, o sea, ha sido la vuelta ideal. Hat-trick, partido de octavos y mañana jugamos cuartos, o sea, ha sido ideal. Aunque el trabajo no, o sea, me lo llevo yo, pero el trabajo es de todos. Hemos trabajado mucho y al final los resultados se han visto reflejados en el campo, así que muy contento.
Parecía o puede parecer que sois el rival más débil por todas las bajas, pero en los pasillos se comenta que nadie quiere enfrentarse a vosotros.
Bueno, a ver, yo escuché una persona que dijo de Gigantes que quería enfrentarse a nosotros, así que mañana a las 9 no te preocupes que estaremos aquí con muchas ganas, y más después de esas declaraciones. ¿Sabes por quién voy?
Yo no lo sé quién es.
No lo voy a decir, esta persona lo sabe.
Bueno, pues enhorabuena.
Muchas gracias.